I didn't do my unmute button. What's going on, everybody? My voice is going to sound a lot different. I'm still dealing with things, so I just want to say before I get into everything, I apologize about that, guys. I thank you guys for taking the time out of your Sunday and joining me in today's live stream where we're going to be talking about basically what's happening with the with the Juno Unity prop that just got proposed, guys. We're going to be talking about everything that's currently been happening with Juno. There's been a lot of things happening with Juno, guys, and I just think it's one, ridiculous, and two, finally we have the Unity prop out so people can vote. So I'm kind of happy about that. But first and foremost, how is your guys' weekend going, guys? How is your weekend going? Again, I'm not accompanied by Nick. He's still taking some time off. Guys, he really did have a serious health scare. So I know I'm dealing with things with my health, but I just had the flu or whatnot. He had actually a very serious scare. So yeah. This voice, I know, right? I'm been coughing so bad. So first, what I had, guys, I've already had the Rona. I kind of give you guys some backstory real quick while we're waiting for more people to come in. So I had the Rona already. No, I did not get the jab and stuff like that. That's just my personal choice. I'm not going to get into all of that, but I already went through and had the Rona. And I'll be honest with you, this flu, because I've had the Corona test twice now, just to be sure. Both of them negative this go around. This flu that I've had has been far freaking worse. Ever since basically the last day of coming back, when I made that video in Florida, telling everybody about a potential vacation giveaway and stuff like that. Like immediately after I made that video, I'm not even joking, I felt like death. I remember looking at my wife and was like, yo, I don't feel good. Like legit don't feel good. Don't even want to be here anymore. So yeah. But it's been that long and it's been just an ongoing cough, and now I feel like I have walking pneumonia, but I don't feel like I have pneumonia, but it feels like that. My whole family has it now. My youngest is the only one. The first person who got it was my youngest, and now my youngest is the only one who's running around acting like he doesn't have anything. And the rest of us have all we're all just down and about, but doing our best, guys. We're doing our best. So yeah, it's been rough. It has been rough. Non-stop feeling bad. Benjamin, what's up? Matt, what's going on? Ryu, what's up, man? Cosmos Insider, G Taurus, Benjamin, Zen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Fozzie, what's going on, brother? But yeah, we're going to be talking about, again, guys, I'm just kind of talking right now, letting more people come on in. We're going to be talking about the Unity prop. Yeah, it has been pretty bad, though, over the past week for me. Barely any streaming, coughing nonstop, feeling like just fluids leaving my body. I don't know. This flu, whatever the flu is going around, is no joke. But it is what it is, guys. Hey, it's God's will. If that's what takes me, that's what takes me. But no, if I have anything to say about it. But yeah, guys, maybe this is going to be my new voice from now on. I don't know. I lost my voice. This is going to be it. This is it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Juno price right now, guys. Juno's price is sitting at what? 15.15. Oof. 15.15 at the very bottom of the recent support that we had. I mean, I guess if you want to say the very bottom would be about $12.60. That would be the absolute bottom of its most recent support when it was going sideways back here from about January, from the beginning of the year to about when it had its rally in the end of January. For about a month, it went sideways right around from $12 and let's just say 70 cents to about a high of $20, almost $21. So right now we're at almost at the very bottom of that. What's up, Jeremy? And it sucks, but guys, I mean, even without all of this drama, even without all of this, I honestly could have told you, even though it didn't help, but I could have told you, actually, I'll be honest with you, I've told you this many times, when you're looking at angles like this, when they just have these parabolic run-ups like this right here, they're not sustainable, they're not maintainable, they're not realistic long-term. So we had two of them like this, and then like this, it was going to be coming down no matter what. And I know, like, you know, some people might be like, no, it wasn't, tank and all this other stuff. Yes, it was going to at some point. Realistically, if we didn't have the well situation and all this other stuff happening, you know, with the hack and all that other stuff, maybe we would want to gone down to about like $30, maybe high 20s or something like that. But, you know, it would have came down anyway. It is what it is, though, with the added pressure of, you know, the hack and the whale, though. We are where we are, and we can only work with what we got. What's up, DGen? Give me a second, guys. I don't have Nick along with me, so I'm going to try to keep up with you guys as well. Yep, kids make you test. Yeah, they do. They do. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so, like, well, Benjamin, like, I'm going to put all of his stuff out there, but it was a scare with his heart. So, you guys, again, like, you know, prayers for Nick. Hopefully he's doing what he needs to do. You know, I talk to him daily. He's just resting, recovering, you know, listening to his doctors and stuff like that. So he's gotta get better, and that's the only thing that I care about, and that's the only thing I think I want him to care about. So like everything else is you know, second, third, fourth, even. It doesn't even really matter. So all I want him to do is get better. Hopefully he'll get better, guys. Any well wishes his way would definitely, you know, obviously help. So me, I'm just drinking coffee and matting up. Whatever. So, oh man, guys, would be so nice to get back up to $40, $45. We're going to get back there. We're going to get back there, guys. We're going to get back there. We really will too. Don't think that we won't. We will. We will. Don't think that this is, you know, anything to, I don't want to say, don't think that this is anything to like long-term worry about. It's a short-term thing. It's a hiccup. It's especially, you know, it's an inconvenience in my mind more than anything. It really is. It could have been better. Yep, definitely. 100%. Could have been a lot better, but like long term, and the reason why I got into this, with the whole thesis of when I got into this still being applied to my portfolio, like this was projected, this was expected, this was, you know, prepared for. I was ready for this, you know, maybe not to this intensity or to this ridiculous, what is that word? Ridiculousness? Is that a word? To this level of ridiculousness. But I was ready for this regardless. If you look at the volume here, though, like honestly, the volumes are coming from, this is on the 15-minute chart, right? This is the only thing we can go for. Coffee better, honey, lemon, sir. I know. I've been going back and forth, but I need coffee. Coffee has a lot of antioxidants as well. So does tea. Don't get me wrong. I know. But I need my coffee. Leave me alone. This is my first cup reheated, by the way. Like I'm still working on this. What's up, Bren? What happened to my screenies? Screening blanky. What's going on there? My screen went blank, but I saw it here that it didn't go blank. That was really weird. Anyway, so if we're looking at the volume here, guys, like on the 15-minute, actually, even if we go to the hourly, let's go to the hourly real quick. So if you're going to the hourly, I know we don't have a lot to go by because, you know, this is just osmosis is super charts or whatever they call them. So this is going back from the 14th, basically, of April. And as you guys can see here, like we are having selling pressure coming, but the vast majority of like the big amount of selling pressure is coming from a handful of wallets. Like if you guys can't see that down here, it's because I'm in the way actually. These big spikes up, this is the volume chart. This is coming from a handful of wallets. The vast majority of retail, nope, that's not even close to being what I need. Hold on. Highlighter? No. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Whack. Okay. Yeah, the vast majority right down here is actual retail. And these big wicks up here, right here, this is like a handful of wallets, guys. This is literally a handful of wallets doing this right here. So you guys got to understand, like we're looking at I don't want to say manipulation, but we're looking at very key individuals doing things, and making the retail move the way that they want them to move. Do not think that that's not what's happening right now. That's exactly what's happening right now. This right here is easy to read. The volume charts, this is the vast majority. All it is averages when you guys are looking at things, right? All it is averages when you're looking at things. When you look at the charts right here, the vast majority of retail is under this yellow line right here. These people making these huge moves right here are a handful of wallets. It's not like everybody collectively just going, no. Market movers, all they do is start the avalanche by flicking a little bit of momentum our way. They make it feel horrible. And then unfortunately, we fulfill the needs and the will of the market movers, the market makers, guys. That's how the markets actually move. The retail is the slaves that build the pyramids. The retail is the people that do all the dirty work, the bidding for the market movers, the market makers and stuff like that. They even do it unknowingly. They do this thinking that they're in full control, but they're not. They're not. Most people, they don't even have a concept of like how the markets actually move. These people right here are the people that flick it. The people that go, oh, no. Like I'm holding on right here. No, I'm holding on. And then the market movers, this right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Right here, guys. Right here. You see this, how this spike happens right here. Retail's like, no. I don't want to go off the edge. This is fine. This is right here. This is here. They go, no. And they flick it. They do just enough to the rest of the retails that had their limit orders or not limit orders, who just had enough of the emotional distress and stuff like that. They will just capitulate and do the will of the market movers, market makers. Like, yes, this is also, I'm not ignorant. This is also a lot of people just being done with the network because they don't agree with what's happening with the Juno props and what's happening with the whale and all this stuff. I do agree. There's some people that just fundamentally, they're just done. And that is what it is. It is what it is, guys. They want to get in, they want to get out. That's fine. You do you, boo-boo. But when I'm looking at the charts right now, over the past 1 hour chart, guys, going all the way back to the 14th, this is telling me right here that the vast majority of retail is not actually selling right now, guys. It's a handful. It's a handful of people doing a lot of the selling. You know what, guys? You know what I'm going to do, since this is like a real laid back stream and this is more or less us talking as a community about what's going on with the Unity prop. I'm going to go in our Discord and just go in general right now. And if anybody would like to join me on stream, feel free to join me on stream. This is going to be an open mic. All I want to ask of you guys is to be respectful because it is live on YouTube. Please, no crazy stuff being said. And also, please use push to talk. Please use push to talk. I'm not going to use push to talk because this is my channel. But when you guys come on here, please, if you guys do, use push to talk. But yeah, guys. So like right now, this is telling me the vast majority of people are just kind of holding through. Like honestly, $15, $14 has been really, really strong as far as support goes for a while now, for a good while now. Let me see. Let me catch up with chat real quick, guys. Coffee better than honey. Yeah. Just back from Takumi interview. Yeah, I watched that too, Charles. It was, you know what? I know I saw a lot of you guys. I was actually on my alternate account, my powerlifting account, just because. But I was in there and I was chatting with so I saw some of you guys in there. I was chatting with chat. And you know, I'll be honest with you. It was so Don Crypto. Like I honestly, I kind of like the dude. Like, you know, he just says it like it is. He says what he feels. It's whatever. Like he just does it, right? And I respect that about him. But at the same time, I couldn't help, like, there were so many people asking certain questions. And I know Jacob was in there and I know, you know, they were trying to discuss things, but let's be real. Like, honestly, ask them the hard questions that everybody in chat was already saying. Like, ask them those questions. And also when you're having the Japanese interpreter, when they're speaking back and forth, like you need to have somebody like it just, I'll go out on a limb. I've already abstained the first time the community voiced it, even though I told you guys, like, I have my opinion, right? You guys know me. I'm like, I'm done with it already. I just want to just go burn it. Just go burn it. I don't see any other way out. So I'm going to go ahead and say this now that I feel like I'm just going by the will of the community. My stance is, the community's already spoken. Why are we talking to this dude trying to come up with another way? It doesn't matter what your principles or morals or what your higher standing of whatever the hell you feel like blockchain is and all this other stuff. Like, it doesn't matter. This is something totally new. Juno is governed by the people. It was always like, yeah, we didn't think about this as far as like the Cord 2, Cord 1, and even Takumi. Like, nobody thought about this. Yeah, guess what though? Nobody thought about, yeah, this is still this is fair, and this is all fair in love and war as well. If the community votes to take it away, even though I might not agree with that, specific principle of this whole thing, guess what? That's how it is right now. And the community's already voted and voiced their, like, you've heard their proposal. You heard what their intent was. They voted again, a second time, that they want to burn it, even through all the confusion from community members of the core teams and also Takumi. And also the community has shot down Takumi's proposals time after time after time, after time after time after time. We don't trust you. We want to be done with it. Regardless of what you feel like, the community's already made their choice. Why are we still trying to find a way out for this person? Why? Why are we still, like, I get it, as you validators and as you core 1, whatever members, all this stuff, you alleviated responsibility and put it on the people because you guys didn't want legal consequences to happen to you. I get that. It's kind of like a scapegoat. You're using the community as a scapegoat. But guess what? If you do that, you damn well better respect the community's decision, because vast majority of those people want this to be burnt already. Why are you guys trying to find a way for them to distribute anything? It's not, look, let Takumi deal with his people. That's his people. That's not our people. He's custodial, right? Guess what? You're not our people anymore. By third party, I don't know who you are. Understand me? But yeah, like, serious, man. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I was listening to that whole thing and I was like, why are we even talking to this dude anymore? Like, all he's saying is the same thing over and over. Trust me, I don't trust you, kind of thing. That's basically all he said time after time after. I don't trust the Juno community. Trust me, CCN. Bro, we don't trust you. No. Like, we're at a Mexican standoff. We're at a stalemate. And guess what? This is a community driven by the people kind of thing. We've already voiced our opinion. Why? So let me ask you guys this in chat, because let's just make it easy, right? I don't have Nick here to help me and stuff like that. But in chat, guys, if you guys are voting to burn it, put 1. And if you guys are voting not to, put 2. If you guys don't want to, don't do that either. Just let me know. That's what I want to know, Brand. Why are we compromising on behalf of Takumi? I don't give a fuck about you, bro. I don't. Because you don't give a fuck about me. Seriously. Like I just gotta be real about that. Let's be real about that. You're not a community member, bro. See, that's what I'm saying right there, guys. 11. Fozzie says 11. I put more than 1. I put 1. But like, seriously, like, okay, if we're wrong, if we're so wrong about this, why is it everywhere I go, people are like, why are you guys as validators, devs, whatever you guys are, core team members, whatever, Cosmos influencers or whomever, why are you guys even still doing this stuff? It don't make no sense. The only thing that makes sense is the obvious, right? And do I have to say it? This is why I love not taking nothing from nobody, because I can say these things. Because I can say these things, you know, and mean them. And not be talking out the side of my mouth. I can be looking straight at the camera and say, you don't give a fuck about us and we don't give a fuck about you. Period. If you really wanted to, you don't even give a fuck about your people. I'm sorry. I'm cussing so much. I'm never going to get monetized on YouTube. But honestly, you don't care about your people. Like the whole thing today in today's interview was, oh, I just want to be able to give back to my people. Really? Really, bro? Then how come when you were selling, when you first got the airdrop, why didn't you do it? I don't care about your little excuses about how you got to educate. You basically just said the whole time that your people are sleeping. Like, oh, because we didn't have time to educate them. Like, how we work is we educate people. And like this one person in chat was like, they help us get Cosmos because it's so hard in Japan. I'm like, are you serious, bro? You ever heard of a VPN? Japanese people are super smart. They're super frugal too. They're super, you gotta, I grew up in Hawaii. Not even half, more than 90% of my friends were either Chinese or majority Japanese. We didn't have Spanish growing up. We learned Japanese growing up because that's the vast majority of people that were there is Asians. Like, I'm Asian, bro. I know for a fact that for you to say, oh, because we didn't educate them yet. We put out educational material. Well, get out of here, man. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, man. Seriously. Come on, dude. You killing me. You killing me, Smalls. You know what? I haven't even gone and taken a look at the whole entire Juno prop, guys. I'm struggling for real, but thank you guys for being here. Also, don't forget, like the video, subscribe. I put out videos as much as I can, usually every single day during the week about the Cosmos ecosystem. Only realist cosmonaut on YouTube, by far. Never going to be bought. Always going to be strongly opinionated here. So if you like that, help us grow, guys. Help us protect each cosmonaut. Don't play the games, guys. Don't play these whale games. Be the whale. Eat the whale. I'm not talking about CCN, by the way. I'm just saying that's my slogan anyway. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Juno prop actually right now. Oh, nope, I don't like how that's written there. Let's go take a look at it somewhere else. Let's see how it's written. All right. If you want, I can hop on and be Nick for you. No, you guys are all welcome. Like, honestly, again, you guys are all welcome to come join. I'm in general right now. If you guys want to join live on stream, and like literally, I would love to hear from you guys. Don't let this all be about my opinion. I wanted to let your guys' voices be heard. This is your guys' chance. Takumi was on his channel today, right? With Don Krypton. Like, he was on, he said his stuff. All these other channels, like they don't give people the time of day to come on and talk. Let people know right now. Come on, guys. I'm telling you, join our Discord. The link is in the descriptions down below. Join our Discord. I highly, like, honestly, I recommend and encourage you guys. Let them all know how you guys feel. You guys have all been dealing with this. This is your money. Let your voice don't just be a text. Let your voice be heard. I invite you guys, come and do it. You know? But be respectful, have push to talk on, please. And one at a time, like one at a time. We're going to let multiple people, I would love to have multiple people coming in here and just like, you know, if this was like a New York news anchor room, I'd be like, just like, yo, here's the microphone. Tell them how you feel. All right, move on. Tell them how you feel. All right, move on. Tell them how you feel. Seriously, guys, they got to know. You know, core 1, core 2, they got to know. All these validators, they got to know how you guys feel, man. Don't be the freaking food. Don't be the liquidity. Be the abuser in the relationship. You guys have heard my rants before about investing and taking stances and your relationships between your guys' assets and your money and stuff like that, guys. Don't be the person getting beat on all the time. Let me see here. Let me read this real quick, guys. Let me read this real quick. Before I do, though, let me go ahead and like wipe my nose because I feel like I'm dying again. I'm going to try to get off camera because this is disgusting. Be like, come back and like there's a whole booger or something like that. It'd be weird. It'd be weird, guys. It'd be so weird. I'd be so embarrassed. All right, let's see here. Prop 60, blah, blah, blah. CCN was ineligible for the Juno stake drop. Is there a better place for me to read this where it's not all white? Can we please not just get dark mode on this stuff? Please, Kepler. Is there dark mode on this, guys? And I just don't know it. Please. Let me do this.
Yeah, no, there is no dark mode yet.
Oh, there
I did
should
make a
be.
tweet though.
What's going on, brother? While I'm reading this, let everybody, how do you feel? How do you feel about the whole situation? How did you vote, if you don't mind saying it on air? And like, you know, what would you want Takumi and the Core 1, Core 2 team hear from you?
I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? I mean, they're just there for the money, not for their people. I mean, we saw that many times. And yeah, I guess the people that are still pro CCN are bribed or something like that.
Yeah, I don't see how they can't, to be honest with you. But go on.
Yeah, well, it's the same with the validators that were pro CCN. I undelegated from those as well. Not going to call out names, but I already did that after Prop 16. And yeah, it's. I mean, him doing all those props that are still, how do you call those? Cry outs from someone who's desperate, being pushed in a corner, you know. Yeah.
That's exactly what it felt like. It felt like every move that they were making was desperation moves. Like, oh no, please, if I give you all my candy, will you be my best friend? Here you go. Like, this is all I got, you know, or whatever. Like, that's not all he got. The guy had way more than he was giving out to people. Then he was even giving out to his peoples, not just the community, the Juno community, but like, yeah, I had like, it's just so hard to believe. Like, I even tried to take my bias out of it, my personal, emotional feelings out of it, and listen to it and think about it. And yes, I do think, like, is there a lot of funny things that this doesn't make sense as far as Takumi? Like, let's be real about it, guys. Okay. Some of the things that just don't make sense to me is how he conveniently was able to move a specific time, a certain, like, exact specific amount into multiple different wallets that got him that much Juno. Like, how the hell did you know that was exactly going to be 50,000? Like, they say that, oh, we did it because it was just like that, like, we're just moving for security, which I kind of like. I get that. But like, honestly, even when liars lie with some truth to it, it doesn't mean like that's the actual truth to it. Like, that's just, I get it, but like, I don't buy it at the same time. So like, yeah, like, it's just, there's that. And then the fact that Wolf them, even back then, way back then, supposedly talked to them. And, and how Game was running validators and all this other stuff. And like, they kind of knew things. Like, there was multiple different things and instances and times in this story that either side could have been like, wait, hold on. This is like, first, if I cared about my people, if I'm Takumi, I should have started giving this to my people back then. Or even Wolf them would have been like, nah, this isn't right. Like, but now they withheld things. Like, too many things just don't make sense, man. So like, it's hard for anybody now to feel any kind of trust towards Takumi. And to be honest with you, it's really hard to kind of trust a lot of developers and validators and whatnot, because a lot of them are one and the same. Like you guys, if you guys watched the Takumi interview earlier with Don Kryptonium, like, Jacob, like Jacob's a dev. He works on, he doesn't just work on Juno. Like he works on multiple different things in the Cosmos ecosystem. A lot of devs do. A lot of devs run validators. A lot of I don't want to say corruption, but the game that gets played in the traditional markets, it gets played here. It's for profit. All of these guys are for-profit business owners. They don't do this shit for the love of things. That's just the narrative. So, like, you got to cut between those slices of bread to, like, hit the meat. And, yeah, the sandwich is filled with a lot of fluff, but, like, man, it's meaty in there, guys. Don't forget to hit that meat, Anyway. No, I appreciate it. Is there anything you want? I would ask you this. Is there anything that you would like to tell Core 1, Core 2 about how this is all unfolded in your opinion? Like, how it's affected you and as a community member? Is there anything that you would like to recommend or say or let the core teams know going forward?
That's to me specifically, or to chat?
To the core team. Like for you specifically, from what you've experienced, from how the core teams have handled it. I'm talking about Core 1, Core 2, like, all the devs that work for the Juno network and stuff like that. Not specifically, I'm not talking about anything that Takumi did. The core teams, the devs at work, the ones that actually handle code and implementation and stuff like that, which are, again, some of these validators. Is there anything that you would like for them to know as a community member that went through this BS? Because I got to be honest, it was BS. Is there anything that if there's not, you don't have to, but is there anything that you would like to tell them as a community member?
Well, I think there's one thing which is way more important, but a lot of people keep forgetting, in my opinion. That's the fact that it used to be $110 million worth of Juno, but it's not anymore. But that doesn't matter to me at all. I think a lot of people are looking at it in a way of how much value it has money-wise. But you have to look at it as voting power. It's one person, one entity that has over 10% of the voting power. And we saw it with Prop 18 and 19. That he was the first to vote on his own prop, and it has such an impact, such an influence if you vote that way, because it was over 3 million Juno, I think. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just want to say, look at it from a voting and a chain perspective, and not from a money value perspective.
Yeah, I think that is an interesting thing, guys. And if anybody else would like to come and join us, please do. This is your opportunity to let CCN, to let the core teams know, to let the rest of the community know as well. Don't just be a text, guys. Let people know, be a voice. Let people know. I know it might be daunting, but like no pressure. That is it. So that whole discussion about the health of the network has been pretty much, like the heat of the core heat of the fire of the debate, right? Like people are like the integrity of blockchain, if we take it away from people, what is that going to do to the health of the network? Or if we just burn it and stuff like that, what is that going to do for the health of the network? But like, so I don't remember if it was Dimmy or Jabby. One of them put it up there in a tweet, and I thought it was kind of funny, to be honest with you. But I think what they had asked was what was more important, right? Was what did he say? The immutability of the blockchain, or that governance is law. And what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think? What do you guys think is more important? The ability to, if it's yours, like no matter how you got it, you robbed, you stole, you lied, however you got your crypto. If you have your crypto and a community is Like it should be your crypto, right? Like if you have the keys, if you have everything, that is your crypto. As your crypto. That's it. Nobody should be able to take that away from you, right? As long as it's not on centralized exchanges. But is it more important to that essence stays true, or is it more important that governance is respected and the vote is law? Which one is more important to you guys? Number one or number two? That's an interesting thing, right? Like, cause that's a hard choice. I cannot remember if it was Demi or if it was Jabby, or if it was even somebody else. If it was somebody else, I totally, apologize. But I thought that was in essence, that's basically the simplified, dumbed down explanation of what's happening right now with Juno. Which one is more important to us, right? Governance respected, always for me. Law. Okay. So two of you guys say law. It's a slippery slope, though. But I'll be honest with you guys. It's a slippery slope. Torn on that, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, it totally makes sense in this case. For me, that it has to be governance. Just like I said before. But if it's a lower layer project, it wouldn't hurt as much, if you know what I mean. I mean, for instance, if this was Atom itself, we would have a huge problem. All the underlying chains, assets, everything would, kind of be worthless.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think just like in any court, right, or any trial, when you're asking questions like that, so the caveat to it all, right? It's always about perspective too, and how you're asking that question, and then how it's being applied. So when you're stuck in that dilemma, if you're a juror in those kind of situations and stuff like that, which we all are, we're a juror, right? Like we all have to make this decision right now of, what is more important to us. And it's a moral versus a technical kind of question, right? And which one is more important, right? But then it also, you have to ask yourself, well, how did we get to this crossroad? And that's where you start, trying to pick apart each scenario and why one might be better than the other. And, that's why we go back to saying, obviously knowing what we know now, and by admission, CCN is a custodial, like regardless of how they do their thing, if they're a staking custodial company or if they're an actual custodial selling of assets and, however they do their thing, nobody really knows how they do their thing. They say it, but they obviously have not shown and proven anything, but regardless, it's pretty evident that they are a custodial entity, which by rights, regardless, in essence, they weren't supposed to get the job. Now, the sticky parts, though, come to Core 1, Core 2 screwed up. They did. They have to eat that dinner. It's a freaking big old dinner. You need to eat that. You eat it good. But if you don't, then you're just lying to the people. But Core 1, Core 2, fucked up. They, one, kind of knew who these people were, and CCN's not the only people, but, airdropped them anyway, and, that's how they got their thing. Now the question is, so here's the other thing. When you go further, now you got to ask yourself as jurors, so CCN shouldn't have got it. Core 1, Core 2 screwed up anyway and gave it to them. Does two wrongs make a right? in life, right? Like you got to ask yourself those moral things as people, because this is a governance thing. This is by vote, right? So you got to ask yourself that. Just because a little old lady walking out of the grocery store drops her purse and $200 falls out of it, and you see it and you're there, and you could literally give that back to that little old lady right then and there immediately. Is that $200? What you got to ask yourself is that $200 rightfully yours? No, actually, here's a better one. Here's a very better one. I can't use that one because it doesn't apply the same. If your bank, right, deposits to you $2,000 out of nowhere, it's not your money, just out of nowhere, gives you $2,000, and you go about spending it, what happens? What happens usually? That bank comes back and says, "Hey, motherfucker, where's my $200? We accidentally gave you that $2,000. We're going to need you to give that back." And you go, "Well, I already spent it." "What do you mean?" "It was mine. It was in my account." And they go, No. That you know that wasn't yours. Like that, it was by accident. It was a glitch. For whatever reason, you got it. We need you to pay that back. And you refuse. Well, more than likely, they're going to shut your account down, or they're going to debit your account until that is paid back, because that wasn't your money. So you kind of like wittingly took money that wasn't yours. Is that thievery? Some would argue no, because, you were given it, but you knew it wasn't yours. You knew you shouldn't have got it, right? Some people are like, "I don't care." Some people keep $100 when they see $100 fall out of somebody's pocket. That's fine. That's a moral thing, right? It's a moral thing. It's a total moral thing. But if I was judging you, you'd be guilty, because I'm a moral person. So you better hope that my jurors to the left and to the right of me are not, because this is what it comes down to. But yeah, so when we're talking about this whole situation, it literally comes down to that, right? It comes down to that first small little snapshot. Anything else after that, like, it all could have been cleared up right then and there. You got it knowing you shouldn't have gotten it. One, you're a freaking validator on top of that. So that made it even that much more messed up. Like, you were a validator, dude. You're a validator. So, yeah. You're making an argument touting the traditional banking system as a gold standard of ethical conduct. No. I'm not. I don't belong in this space. I'm using it as a reference for an explanation. I don't belong in this space, Michael. You don't belong in this space, Michael. But it is. Answer the question, though, Michael. Am I right? Am I right? It doesn't matter if it's centralized or not. It's a moral thing. It's a moral thing. It doesn't matter where, because it could be two cavemans with shiny rocks back in the day in Fred Flintstone's, what was it called? I can't even remember what the town was called. I'm so old, but can't remember that. If they deposited it in their stuff, and they traded and bartered, and it wasn't yours, but you took it on, like, whatever, get out of here, dude. It's just an explanation.
I mean, kinda, yes, I agree as well. But it just in this situation, this stone also has something called voting power, and in this case, it's 10% of the world's voting power.
Yep. If due process is followed, arbitration happens in an open court of law. What's up, Charles? Charles dropping that knowledge. Hop in, guys. Yeah, guys, seriously, hop in. If you guys want to, if you guys want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Michael, by the way, I'm just fucking with you, dude. Bedrock. It was called Bedrock. Thank you, Jeremy. Bedrock. Gosh. That's what happens when you have the flu for like a week. Gosh. But yeah, it is so the whole argument of now I just want to give back to my people, it's kind of null and void, right? It's kind of like, seriously, you could have gave it to everybody then. Seriously? And then then you go into if this was just a court of law, then you go into all these other situations throughout the timeline and stuff like that where you go, you had multiple chances to do so. You had multiple chances. Then actions speak louder than the words too, right? Like, again, it's like saying, no, I didn't run that speeding traffic light or whatever, officer. And you go, oh, I got you on video right here. And you go, what? But you're selling for profits the whole time, and never giving it to any of your people. Well, you gave it to your select high value people or whatnot, but you didn't give it to everybody that made it what it is, the joined bag holder, everybody. It's everybody or nobody, buddy. So yeah, there's just so many things that's happened that just people can't trust you, man. I can't, I try to rope it all in. I try to take a step back and think about it all, from a third, fourth, fifth angle. And nah, man, if I was judging, if I was a juror and you were on trial, which you are, and I am, because I'm a community holder, I have a right to vote. No, dude, do I think that it's right to take away what was rightfully not yours in the first place? Yes. So there, that's what it is. I think that's fair. You shouldn't have got it in the first place. Regardless, mistakes were made on both sides. I weighed all the actions and mistakes from all parties.
Have you, by any chance, read the article of JUNO Not?
No, I like June.
I posted it in the Discord.
Let me see.
And at point 3, there is a whole part about should he have been eligible for the stake drop, and there shows a lot of information how CCN is a sex and shouldn't have.
Yeah, by far they shouldn't have. Can you link that in chat for everybody? If you can't, I will do it right now.
Like I said,
I'll do it right now. Here you go. Boom. You guys can read that for yourself. My big concern is that Michael says, my big concern is that one of the biggest value propositions of blockchain tech is the concept of immutability and the sovereignty of an asset held in a wallet. I'm having a hard time reconciling that. Yeah. I mean, again, I had to chew on that for a long time as well. I totally agree with that. But at the same time, excuse me. At the same time, Juno was always meant to be for the people, by the people, governed by the people. Something totally different. Let's be honest about it. Totally different than Bitcoin. Totally different from ETH. Totally different from anything else. Hold on one second. Totally different from anything else. Totally different. Sorry, my son was over there being crazy. So, I mean, I kind of expected, I didn't expect this, Michael, to be honest with you, at all. Not at all. But I knew that this was people use Wild Wild West for crypto, as an explanation for things, as example. Juno was I knew it was going to be the Wild Wild West. Something crazy was going to happen. And again, this is all fair in this ecosystem. It is all fair. This is the first ever that we can, as a community, execute a smart contract. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it also shows that the product works.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, regardless, like it's people wish it was working in a different kind of way, right? But this is still showing that the intent for the people to control what happens with the Juno network is actually working. So, like, this is actually really bullish, kind of in a way. Super, super bullish.
Yeah, that's exactly how I see it. That's why I got more,
Yeah, it's like it's actually really, really bullish. Like, I don't know how else to say that, but but yeah, I do understand. Like, and I still have a hard time, even when I just said it a little while ago. Like, do I agree with the community saying at any given time, I want to take that person's assets? And I would say I had a hard time thinking I would ever say yes, but I understand now that it would, everything's on a case by case basis, right? Everything is not the same. You can't judge that apple to that apple to that apple, because it's not all the same, and thankfully this is blockchain. So we can actually go back and verify facts. We can go back and verify transactions and how things came about and stuff like that to a good extent, for the most part. But I do now, knowing that if somebody was to put up a proposal to take another individual's assets, you would have to have a damn good reason to burn that bridge and take that asset, right? I think I'm okay with it now. I'm okay with it. Like, I really, because now we're actually putting some essence into the blockchain. It's not just beeps, boops, ones, twos, zeros, and stuff like that. Like, now it's actually, value comes from what? Emotion, right? Now we're putting some real emotion, some real value to a network now. We're not just speculating. We're actually putting some real value to a network now, right? So I actually am of the thinking now that I'm more comfortable knowing what we know about this situation currently for CCN and Juno, voting yes for that burn to happen because of that. If that made any sense at all. Gotta go later, Cosmos Insider. I agree, should have never happened. Good dad gives son a kid. Juno has unique properties based on recent governance results. Yep. It's amazing to be here. Really new frontier. We're all participating. Hi, pardon for asking question out of the topic. What's up, man? It was based on evidence that the airdrop parameters were circumvented and the community took action. Why Fortius rewards are not being claimed? Omar, like, we're not talking about the castle today. We will talk about it on like the mainstreams and stuff like that. But like, yeah. I don't know, man. Probably because the castle's got a bunch of problems. Don't we all want to know? True. Most like Juno has soul. It's got some heart. That's something that I can get being. Yeah. Like, it's a really interesting situation that we've all been dealing with, right? Super, super interesting. Honestly, like I've said a million times, guys, I've seen triple digits in value, fiat value, dollar-wise come and go in my portfolio in the Juno position that I have alone. So when I'm saying this stuff, I'm not just saying this stuff because like, oh, it's easy. Like I have $20, so whatever. Like, no. Like it's been a freaking roller coaster for sure. Sorry, Omar. But I honestly do believe this well being whatever it is, Juno will do well long term. Long term, really will do well. So I'm not really, like, honestly, this is just making me feel more and more bullish long term than anything. 2 says yes. Will the well remain with 50K Juno? Yeah, they're supposed to. If I believe, I didn't even get done reading this, guys. Tell me real quickly. I don't want to read all of this stuff. If I vote yes, I'm voting for what? The stake drop goal was blah blah blah. By voting yes, this proposal you agree CCN should not have received the Genesis stake drop. By voting yes, this proposal you agree that software upgrades should be made, which address CCN's balance held by undelegating all of CCN's current delegations, by instantly unbonding all of CCN's recovered delegations, by passing the normal 28-day unbonding period, by sending all of CCN's recovered and available balance to a smart contract controlled by the community. You know what? Actually, I just realized something. So, you know how it's not really about reaching into somebody's wallet and just taking anymore, right? Like, there's risk that comes along with staking. It's still in your wallet, but there's risks that come along with staking and stuff like that, right? The whole reason we can do this is because Takumi or CCN, however you want to address this, was, I don't want to say being greedy, but doing what they were doing by staking and reaping the rewards for staking. So really, they're just, all these validators are just shaking off fleas that they don't want in their system, whether it be, you know, specifically picking them out by ones and zeros and twos or whatnot. It's not really like they just like undid their wallet and so yeah, it makes me feel even better about that. I didn't even like really think, I knew that for some reason, but I just really didn't think about that. Like, they're not like opening up my wallet and taking it. They could do it because I'm staking it right now. So yeah, whatever. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I don't know why I was thinking that. Emotions of many individuals drive them to exhibit aberrant behaviors. Bots are also big players as proxy extensions of certain individuals or special interest groups. Yes, sir, you are absolutely right. So what I'm going to do right now, live on stream, let's vote yes. If you guys can appreciate that, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. What I'm also going to do is do it on my other 3 wallets. Yes, I have 3. I have the IBC YouTube channel's wallet. I have my son's wallet. And I have the IBC study wallet as well. So don't get at me, guys. I'm not a whale like that trying to game the things as well. Get out of here, guys. I'm not trying to do that. But give me 1 second here. And
Yeah, and
go ahead.
also let's not forget that not everybody can just vote to take someone's wallet holdings, or however you want to call it, since it costs 500 UNO to do so. So, and we saw with Prop 18 or 19, not sure which one it was, that the community will actually vote with no with veto. So you will lose that 500 Juno. So there is a serious risk with just throwing out proposals like that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried at all.
I think, well, again, like, this is just, I don't want to say it's a one-off, right? Like, who knows? It could happen again in some other thing. But like the situation, oh, I already voted for that one there. The situation is unique. It's very unique in hold on. Zoop. In itself, right? I'm voting yes on all 4 of my accounts, guys. I'm not lying.
So yeah, I'm also kind of wondering with what kind of suggestions the next prop will come, as in what to do with the funds that we will have in the community wallet or smart contract. What was it?
Well, honestly, like I wouldn't mind it going back into the community wallet. Um, I wouldn't even mind it going back to like, using it for LPs pools and stuff like that. Just something. What's up,
Yeah,
Babs?
I'm more into burning it and then rolling back the API rewards with the amount of burned,
Yep.
if that makes sense.
I like struggle busting still, Babs, but I appreciate it. Just wasn't staking enough in my wallet to receive anything. Yeah, it's 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 a unique situation, guys. It's a unique situation. Is there anybody else that would love to come up here and just like let your voice be heard at all? Because if not, I think that's pretty much all we got. I just kind of want to rant, talk about it now that we finally have Unity proposal out. Like, you guys, just because I'm saying all this stuff as well, please vote per your own heart. Whatever you feel like, like this is a very serious vote. This is a very serious thing. Do your research, come to your own conclusions. Please don't base your opinions on situations, things, or people solely based on other people's opinions of those things, places, or people. Don't do that because you're short selling yourself and that other person that you're judging. Okay, so please do your own research, figure things out for yourself, come to your own conclusions. Just because I voted yes and a lot of other people are voting yes, if you feel like you just can't get behind that, you do what you gotta do, boo-boo. But I'm about this burn. So we go see what happens, guys. I'm super happy that we finally do have the ability to actually get the will of the people done. Earlier on, I admittingly have abstained because I am on YouTube. I don't want to consider myself, I don't like using the word influencer, but people say YouTube influencer. I don't want to be that. So I didn't want to influence anybody. I abstained to let the community do its thing. That still went the way I wanted it to go. And now that I feel like the community has signaled and also voted for a second time their intent, and actually I should say for a fourth time, shooting down Takumi's proposals as well, we should just go about doing the will of the people regardless of the moral complexities or whatnot. Code and vote and governance is law. So let's get on with it, guys. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please do not forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to watch us every Monday through Friday, 9:15 tomorrow. Oh, by the way, guys, tomorrow is going to be a meeting with the blockchain company at 9 o'clock. So we might run into about 15 minutes of lag time. So probably going to start at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Be on the lookout for that, though. But I will be live tomorrow. With that being said, guys, peace. God bless. Don't forget to vote. Make your voice heard. Bye-bye.